Let's see how we're going to do that. Because we're going to scale. Well, we better put on our best climbing gear. Let's see. From this point on, you will skirt the edge of the rim of your ability to get in touch with your deepest fears, obsessions, denied dreams, ability to love and care for children, depth of sexual hang-ups. Did you know all this stuff was in the 8th house? And it said, from this point on, you will but skirt the edge of the rim of your ability. You're just going to barely touch it. It's so deep and so much and so ingrained. You are so flooded by an entire lifetime of negativity and fears and of what you're not going to get and how you've been abandoned and how you didn't get what you wanted and you can't keep what you got. I mean, that's bottom line. This is a lifetime. From this point on, I got to repeat it because it bears repeating. From this point on, you will skirt the edge of the rim of your ability to get in touch with your deepest fears, obsessions, denied dreams. Have you had any dreams that you thought were denied or snatched away from you, or you just wanted them for so long and they never came true? Did your boogeyman reinforce to you that they were not going to come true ever? So forget about it. Did you forget about it? No. Your ability to love and care for children, your depth of sexual hang-ups, inhibitions, involvements with death, need to exploit others, length and breadth of the need for control comes from your 8th house. Your secret desire to rule the world, or at least your world, and everyone in it. Every religious, neurotic tendency you could ever invent or imagine, relate to, dispose of, or crave will be visited in the 8th house according to the sign on the cusp. See, we didn't even get there. We did not even touch that. Everybody in the astrological circles, and these are only symbols and patterns and ways of divulging to you certain meanings. They are relevant only to you if you can use them. If you can't use them, toss them out. Get rid of them. Don't ever have anything in your life that you can't use. But anyway, on the 8th house, in an astrology chart, you have 1 through 12 houses in a circle. And each house represents something else, you know. But when you get around to the 8th house, based upon whatever astrological sign started your chart, and each one will be different. Mine happens to be Scorpio. And by the time I get around here to this house, it's going to be Gemini. So my 8th house is going to be influenced by words. That's one thing. Words. But everybody's 8th house has a sign that influences it. It has, if you will, call him, if you want to right now, the boogeyman. He's the man that's standing at the doorway, the gateway. And whatever means that he uses and can use to manipulate, discourage, destroy, and cause you excess pain, he will do it. Or I'm just saying metaphorically. You know, there's no doggone boogeyman standing on the 8th house in Gemini doing these things. All right. Here's what's going to happen when you go in that 8th house. If you are interested in going in the 8th house, we are going to dance with the finest demons your imagination could, would, and does create. You live with these personal demons daily. These are the things that cause you fear, cause you insecurity, cause you to doubt yourself, cause you to blurt out things that you don't even know where they came from, cause an underlying anger and rage that stays with you, causes your inability to sleep, your total disinterest in forgiveness. These are the types of things that are in that 8th house. You live with these personal demons daily. You know them intimately. They are the shapeshifters showing up in various forms throughout the hours of your day. You casually mistake for grievances. You know, when you run into something and something bothers you. Let's say, I'm just doing this on purpose, but oh, that book fell in the floor. Why in the world that book fall in the floor? Now, I've got to take my energy and reach down there and pick up that book and put it back up here on this table. I just don't know. Did somebody leave that book so it would not, so that it would fall in the floor like that? And just while I'm doing a show, too. Wouldn't that be something? Any other time. My glasses fell down. Now, just look at that. Now, don't I look like an idiot trying to bend over here and get my glasses in the middle of the floor? Anyway. Point taken. Grievances. We are continually running into ideas we think of certain circumstances that interfere with our day. There's nothing that interferes with our day. Nothing. There's nothing that could happen if the lights went out and all of the books fell off the table and, we're just sitting here in the dark. That's it. That's what we get for this moment. There is nothing that occurs in the run of a day that interferes with you. You interfere with you. Okay. Sometimes it's a spirit of rage. Other times suspicion, doubt, insecurity, anxiety, worry, and last but not least, gossip. Now, if you've watched me on those other shows, you know how much I abhor gossip. And I am continually chastising my own self for engaging in any amount of gossip. I think it is underrated. I do not think that it is brought out into the open as harmful and deadly and ghastly as it is. Because there is nothing worse than we can do than to gossip. What is it about our natures that we want to talk about somebody else? And most of the time, what we perceive as their shortcomings. If we could see that in any time we're gossiping, that source, that pool of despair, we're the one that we're drawing from. The things that we are saying are things that are secrets, brought out, unrevealed secrets in our own natures that we continue to harbor. And so we peck and peck and peck like chickens on other people. Gossip. Your emotional health is affected by the mental onslaught of these perilous invading parasites. Friendships are destroyed. Marriages dissolve. Romance crumbles. Business associations are ruined and dreams abolished. There are literally the various colors of interactive stress that you deal with on a daily basis. Did I mention sexual obsession with all of the many variegated flavors, colors, and layers? Indeed, how could we possibly ever enter into the domain of the deepest region of your esoteric unconscious and not cover the ominous territory of the gluttonous sexual appetite? Secrets. What kind of secrets are you harboring where sexual activity is concerned? And I'm talking about way back there. Or I could be talking about last night. But you are not exempt. No one on the face of the earth, no one is without some secret attached to some sexual interaction. Period. And that boogeyman is able to blow it out of proportion and to continually remind you of it, even if you're not aware of it. Throughout this book, you have been reminded sexuality is the highest form of spirituality available to mankind, but it is only the first rung of an ascending ladder in a subjective sublime creativity. And unless you come to terms with the vast spiraling innuendos and conflicting tentacles attached to your multi-layered secret sexual nature, you will continue to bring escalating division, complication, and unending anxiety to your present world. Example, if you're going to prison or jail, this is the house that is going to tell the tale. Seems unrelated, doesn't it? But rest assured, it is not. Sexuality is the doorway marked, enter at thy own risk. You will hear about this moated door often throughout my other books. You are not allowed to shy away from or knock lightly, but boldly present yourself and your case as a deliberate means to begin to unravel the thick veneer you have placed before yourself and others as a shield of protection. According to traditional astrology, the 8th house is the precarious domain of sex, death, and money. But it has been my unrelenting experience that the 8th house goes much deeper than these obvious realities. The 8th house, and this is where we're getting around to it, represents the wildest and widest definition in a dreary, mold-infested dungeon of a cellar's gloom one could possibly imagine. The human mind. But at the same time, it is the most fortuitous vault of repressed talent, gifts, abilities, unearthed potential. You, as the human body, as you, the human being embody. The trick is to slay the habitually entrenched demons, coerce them, if you will, in order to unlock the gate and retrieve the artistic wealth. You are the rightful heir to the storehouse of untold treasure, not them. Every self-created beast, demon, relic, ghost, uninhabited spirit, poltergeist from fairy tales, most cherished denied desires, obsessions, neuroses, paranoid delusions, and sexual addictions, exaggerated fantasies, and other dark magical manifestations are created here as secrets. The sign on the 8th house is the manner in which you physically fight, argue, belittle, deny, birth, create, love, engage, obsess, again, retaliate, and get revenge. Same creative energy, different intent. You live in the 8th house every single minute of every single day. There's absolutely no way to get away from it. Why? Because it is the house of your imagination. What is the imagination exactly? The unutterable realm of the impassable hierarchical region of gods, where you create, sustain, and maintain an ineffable ethereal heaven or an insidiously horrible hell. What you do with the energy is entirely up to you and how you use the flavored energy on the 8th cusp. Okay, so we are dealing with secrets. Let's see which way. Let's pull something from the Bible. Here's one. I've got a whole bunch of them. But my fingers are clinging to that one. So let's see what that one's going to be, Mitzi. He gave them power over unclean spirits. That would come from Mark 6:7. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think he's talking about Jesus. Okay? He gave them, that would be us, power over unclean spirits. Okay? And they would, that's Mark 6:7. These unclean spirits dwell. You're right, Mitzi, these don't work. I keep picking them up and they don't work. Where do these unclean, oh, this is one of them little ones. Dwell in the house. Okay? He, that would be Jesus, gave them, us, power. Wonder what power is. How in the world, what do we have? Power over unclean spirits that dwell in the 8th house. Where's that house? The mind. Isn't that what we said? The mind. So let's see about power. Let's see about what Jesus gave us. Power over the unclean spirits in the mind. That would be a 7. It's really a 16, which is a tower. But anyway, we're going to keep it simple. We got a 15 there. We got a 23. Gosh, I'm holding them all out. Well, if I am, I'll take that to 16. That's what I'll do, Mitzi. Okay, since I'm holding them all out. 18. I may talk about this and break it down, for all the things. Okay, 16, 15, 23, 5, and 18. All right, that's a 20. So we know the heart of power that Jesus gave us is coming from the Father, Mother, Child, God. Okay?